In part 1, we learned about small habits, routine, and daily discipline. But where did this discipline begin? Hundreds of years ago in Japan, there were warriors called samurai. They were not only strong with swords, they were strong in the mind. They followed a code called Bushido, a code of honor, a code of self-control, a code of discipline. In this part, you will discover the samurai mindset, the power of calm under pressure, and the psychological science behind self-discipline. Now, let us enter the world of the samurai. Part 2, the samurai mind. Many years ago in Japan, there were warriors called samurai. Samurai were not just fighters, they were students of discipline. They trained every day, they practiced every day, they controlled their emotions every day. For a samurai, discipline was life. Without discipline, a warrior is weak. With discipline, a warrior is strong. The code of Bushido. The samurai followed a special code. This code was called Bushido. Bushido means the way of the warrior, but it was not only about fighting, it was about respect, honesty, courage, self-control, loyalty. Self-control was very important. If a samurai became angry, he lost focus. If he lost focus, he lost the battle. So samurai trained their emotions. They practiced calm breathing. They practiced silence. They practiced patience. Practice again and again. Discipline was not a one-time action. Discipline was daily practice. Training the mind samurai often practiced meditation from Zen Buddhism. They sat quietly before battle. Why? Because a calm mind sees clearly. Psychological fact: when you are calm, your brain works better. When you are stressed, your brain makes mistakes. Scientists today say stress activates the fight or flight system, but too much stress reduces thinking power. The samurai understood this long ago. Calm mind equals strong action. Discipline creates calm. Calm creates power. The power of repetition. Samurai trained with swords for many hours. One move, again and again. It looks simple, but repetition builds mastery. Modern psychology calls this deliberate practice. When you repeat a skill with focus, your brain creates stronger neural connections. Strong connections equals faster skill. So discipline changes the brain. This is important. Discipline is not just behavior. Discipline changes your brain. Every time you repeat a good habit, your brain becomes stronger. Habit, practice, repetition. From samurai to modern Japan today, there are no samurai, but the spirit of discipline is still strong. In cities like Tokyo and Osaka, people work hard. Workers arrive on time. Meetings start on time. Deadlines are respected. This is called work ethic. Work ethic means you do your job well, even when nobody is watching, just like the samurai code. Many Japanese companies use the idea of Kaizen. For example, Toyota became famous for continuous improvement, small improvement, every day. If there is a mistake, they fix it. If there is waste, they remove it. No big drama, no big noise, just steady improvement. Discipline is quiet, but powerful. Teaching children discipline. In many Japanese schools, children learn group responsibility. They eat together. They clean together. They solve problems together. Why? Because discipline is not only personal, it is social. When children feel they are part of a group, they behave better. Psychological fact: humans want belonging. When you feel part of a group, you follow group rules. This increases discipline naturally. So instead of forcing children, teachers create responsibility. Responsibility builds discipline. The 10,000-hour idea. Some researchers say mastery needs many hours of practice. The famous 10,000-hour rule became popular through books like Outliers. The idea is simple. Talent is not enough. Long practice creates excellence. This idea is very similar to samurai training. Long practice, daily repetition, no excuses. But remember, it is not just time. It is focused practice, focused discipline. Modern psychological studies today, scientists study discipline. One famous experiment was the marshmallow test. Children were given one marshmallow. If they waited, they would get two. Some children waited, some did not. The children who waited showed self-control. Years later, researchers found children with self-control often had better success in life. Why? Because self-control helps you study when you are tired, save money, exercise regularly, control emotions. Self-control is discipline, and discipline can be trained just like muscles. Small habits build self-control. Small habits build discipline. The invisible strength discipline is invisible. You cannot see it like money. You cannot touch it like a phone, but you can feel it. When you wake up early, that is discipline. When you study instead of scrolling, that is discipline. When you stay calm during problems, that is discipline. Samurai had discipline, modern workers have discipline, students have discipline, and you can build discipline, not in one day, but every day. Small improvement, small habit, small routine, again and again. Kenji's realization. Kenji read about samurai. He learned about Bushido. He understood something important. Discipline is not old. Discipline is not modern. Discipline is timeless. If you practice daily, you become stronger. If you respect time, you become reliable. If you control emotions, you become powerful. Samurai use swords, you use books, you use skills. But the principle is the same. Discipline, habit, routine, practice, respect, again and again.